All right. Shalom, shalom. First things first, I'm going to give honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. And we say, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahbashim Yahweh Shai. We're in the time of the end, 2022, which is the year of Yahbashim Yahweh Shai turning up. It's almost over. 2022 is almost out of there, man. On to 2023. This year has flown by, for real. Lots of things have taken place. Lots of incidents has happened. Prophecies have been popping left and right. That's why it's beautifully dubbed the year of Yahbashim Yahshua turning up. Because guess what? It has been that. It's been showing itself that because this is the Lord getting us home, man. All right. When you ripping something apart, when you ripping something that's been, growing in vines and everything, it's a hard process. So it's the same thing when you're ripping Jake out of this world and ripping it out of the hands of their enemies, man. All right. And this is the way the Lord wants it. And that's how we're going to play out this movie. All right. So let's jump into this lesson. This lesson is going to be called Change is on the Way. Change is coming. Spiritual Metamorphosis. All right, something on those lines. Spiritual metamorphosis, change is coming. Lord willing, it's an edifying lesson and a comfort lesson, and just to see, because the things that's coming down our way. We just had the Day of Atonement. We're in a time where the Lord is allowing us to come back to Him, because it's not us doing this. It's not us trying to gain back and let's find our power. We didn't do none of that, because we were raised from the dead by the spirit of Yahbashim Yahshua, man, okay? So let's jump into this lesson. I just got this picture up here, I seen it. It was it says a lot, because the Lord said we're going to inherit a land flowing with milk and honey, all right? And they went into the milk. The apostles and elders went into the milk as being cattle, honey being, agriculture, bees. So it's going to be a very garden. It's going to be the Garden of Eden, a garden, paradise. And we're going to be the first crops of that. The Lord is going to beautify us. Then the earth will be beautified. He's going to turn Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's going to turn you into a paradise for Himself. All right. That's why I said He's going to write His laws in your inward parts. That way He can inhabit us. He can dwell among us in righteousness, man. So the Lord is going to make the garden, because we're His garden. Because who was in the garden? Adam. All right. He set Adam in the garden and set him up as the ruler in the garden. That's why He gave him that breath, that understanding, just like us. Everybody wasn't given the breath. That shows you right there, because if the Lord was dealing with everybody, why didn't the Lord give everybody the breath in the Garden of Eden? He only gave it to Adam, when you understand the story. All right. So that's showing you the time that we at. So let's jump right into the story, the lesson. Lord willing, I'm going to try to make this edifying as possible. So let's jump right here. This is a site I found. It says 5 animals that go through metamorphosis and how they do it. OK, so when, I found this fit because we're going through a spiritual metamorphosis right now. Just like you see this picture. You see a caterpillar, then you see a cocoon state. We're in our cocoon state. All right, we'll go to the metamorphosis first, but we're in a cocoon state, and then we're gonna be what? That's why it says, "He that waiteth on me shall mount up with wings as the eagles." All right, we'll actually be flying, because that's small thing. If the Lord gave us His Son, you think He wouldn't give us the ability? How many things fly in the earth? Are those things greater than Israel? No, they're not greater than Israel. The Lord gave us His Son, His beloved Son. So all those things are under our will and under our power once we are right, once we're made perfect. That's why it says we're going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai has access to everything. He's coming in chariots. He has access to angelic vehicles. He controls angels, legions of angels. I mean, that's the joint heirs we're going to be joined in with. And that's not something that we asked for and something that we didn't deserve, but that's the Lord's will, man. So what we're doing, we're playing out the story to get to that point where we can be in that glory with Yahweh Shai, man. All right. It says metamorphosis explained. OK, unlike the typical subtle development in animals, metamorphosis is dramatic. That's the same thing we're saying now. This is a dramatic change. Look at Jake. Look at Jake 2 years ago. There wasn't that many Jakes waking up 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, especially until the apostles and elders came on YouTube, man. And that it was over with then. It was because that's how I found the truth, man. That's how I found the truth. I'll tell you in the day. I found it on the internet, man. I was looking for something. I can't tell you what I was looking for, but I was looking. That's the one thing I could tell you when I found the truth. I was looking for something, and I had a Bible. I was raised in the church. I was looking, I was just searching. My spirit was searching until I found this truth. And then I knew it. I was like, okay, there's a place I can rest, rest. That's why it says come and rest with us. We ain't bugging out with all these things going on because the Lord told us of these things. We've been groomed into the time of Jacob's trouble. We've been groomed into the time of the MO, to the thing. All right. And then all these times of chaos, we're not bugging out. We're just witnessing like, oh, snap, it's happening. That's how we give glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Shai. So let's read this. It says, unlike the typical subtle development in animals, metamorphosis is dramatic. That's why I call this a spiritual metamorphosis. It's controlled by a release of hormones. And what's that hormones? The spirit. That's what the hormones in this spiritual metamorphosis is. The spirit, the comforter, the breath. Okay, in the cells, mammals usually move from adolescence to adulthood and old age gradually, maintaining their form and shape. However, in metamorphosis, an animal moves through those stages and changes from one form or shape to another. That's what the Lord, because it says, go to the sluggard, thou ant. Go to the sluggard. And that was Solomon said that. Okay, so if you seeing that Solomon was into creatures because he understood that the Lord spoke, that the Most High speaks through his creatures and speaks through these things, that is allowed to come through because why? It mirrors to what we can tie certain things into. All right. It says metamorphosis. We can understand why certain things happen to us because look at the animal world. Because if it's not for this law, statutes, and commandments, we're likened unto beast, man. And you see the generation we are at today. They're beast. They don't care about nothing. There's no sense of morality. There's no sense of courage and dignity. None of that exists. It's just dog eat dog, man. Okay? And it says metamorphosis occurs in animals such as amphibians, insects, and fish. See? The most common and popular example of more metamorphosis and transformation of the tadpole or to the frog or a caterpillar to a butterfly. And that's what our metamorphosis is mainly leaning on what? A caterpillar, which is a worm, a low thing, to a butterfly, which is going to be something that is beautiful and graceful and mobile. A butterfly flies to Mexico. It used to not be able to crawl. It had to crawl on trees. It was limited. Okay, as we were limited in our sin, we were limited in our before Yahweh Shai, we were limited because the law was a barrier. We couldn't go beyond that because guess what? We couldn't hold it perfectly. So it became it became something that we had to bear, man, bear the curses that came with that law because we didn't understand the contract that the Lord said he punishes generations, man. It wasn't like he was just going to jack you up then. Generational judgment, man. All right. That's what you call generational judgment. All right. It says a butterfly. But there are certain other animals that go through a metamorphosis that have equal interesting stories. Let's go through the first one. See this picture? This is a perfect example of our stages. A caterpillar, defenseless, don't have much mobility. It goes where it can, Then you go into the cocoon phase. Cocoon phase is where we're hard times. What does it say? Straits. What is straits? A position of difficulty. Okay, that's what straits are defined as is a position of difficulty. That's what our straits is right now. The curses, the slaveries, the disbursements. All these things are a part of our cocoon. Okay, and then what? The last stage, which it says the new man, the new Adam, the new one. So like, this is the new Adam, man. It's going to be the new and improved Israelite. No more sin, no more dregs. And guess what? We're going to be mobile. We're going to be free to roam, man. You have no idea what the Lord has prepared for them that love him. We're going to be free on the creation with Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is not subject. He's only subject to the words of Yahweh, which he's waiting to what? To fulfill. He said, just like when he was on the planet Earth, he said, I must be about my what? My Father's business. So what do you think he's going to do in the heavens? He must be about his Father's business, and his Father's business is to destroy the land of Babylon and to deliver the elect. So that's what it is, man. So this is the last stage of our development, is the what? Is the new bodies, the new hearts, and beauty, man. When just like this, look at the transformation from this to that. It's total. You can't even compare them. You say that's two different. That's how our transformation is going to be. It's not even going to be comparable. It's not even, the heathens are going to look. It's like looking at two different things, night and day. There's nothing you can even compare to each of these. Maybe the legs, but other than that, there's no comparison. That's what our transformation is going to be. And this is our middle ground where we're at now. We're in that cocoon stage. We're in that hard straits, that hard times. And it's going to get harder with Jacob's trouble. But guess what? The Lord's going to make a way to where we can be what? Because he makes a way for, this is a butterfly transform. You think the Lord, watch when we come out of our cocoon, man. We're going to be beautiful, man. What does it say? Not one of these lilies are adorned. Not one as beautiful Solomon is, not one of these lilies. When the Lord dresses us, it's over with, man. We're going to be beautiful. We're going to shine. We're going to have different skin, going to be different. Body's going to be different. Everything is going to be perfect. Everything is going to be upgraded, man, to a high level. That's what we're waiting on. All right, so let's go ahead and get these precepts. I think I hit the point enough on that. All right, let's go ahead and I'm just going to jump into some of these precepts, and then I will Salakia. Let's get that second. Excuse me, Rakata. Excuse me. And it says, this is 2 Corinthians 5 and verse 17. And it reads, it says, therefore, if any man be in Mashiach, and what is Mashiach? The anointed, Yahweh Shai. How are you in him? That's why it says, kiss the son, lest he be angry, man. So that's coming and giving reverence, honor unto the son. That's what he was when he was on the planet Earth. As Yahweh Shai, what they call Jesus. That's what he was telling them. He said, you don't. If you knew who I am, you would bring that water to me. The women at the well. So that's what you're seeing, man. The Lord was always about that reverence and showing, because he was the sacrificial lamb. There was no. I mean, why wouldn't you? You finna give the life for those people. They don't even know that you're sacrificing yourself. So at least you could get some reverence, but the Lord knew. That's why he ran from being king, crowned king, because he was king. And he was a king coming back in the reincarnation, which is Solomon, if you can accept it. And it says, therefore, if any man be in Mashiach, he is a new creature. All right. Let's see what that word new means. The word there is kanos. Kianos.
Strong's G 2537. Kainos.
It says what? New. As respect from. It's as respect from. Recently made, fresh, recent, unused, unworn. So you're unworn. We're gonna have an unworn vessel, man. It says as respect substance, as a new kid, unpresented, novel, uncommon, unheard of. So he's going to give that status to us that's never been seen on the planet Earth. That's what that's saying. Unheard of has never been seen before. Therefore, if any man, because guess what? We're in Mashiach in the spirit. That's why this world doesn't accept the ways that we're going, because guess what? Now we're getting the fullness. So we're walking in a higher level than we did in the ancient world through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Understanding the nutrients, understanding herbs, and not in the level that we knew in the past, but on the point to be like the vigor that's behind it. It's not just we doing it or we must do it. No, we gotta do it. That's the thing we learned. We gotta do this law. We gotta maintain. It's gonna be a blessing to be perfect, man. We're not gonna see it like, oh, we just doing it. No, we're gonna cherish it, man. It says, therefore, if any man be, and that's if any Israelite man be in Mashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. So the Lord is finna make the earth new. Everything is finna be, it's finna be a new shredded chunk. It's finna be a new change of clothes on the earth, man. You can't understand. That's a heavy thing the Lord is getting ready to do. It says, and all things are of Yahweh, who have reconciled us to him by Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So this is the Lord saying he brought us back through his son. Because Yahweh Shah was like, man, is there any other way, Father? And the Father didn't answer. So that was the answer. By saying, this is the way I got to bring the Israel back. I love you, son, but I love you, bun, but the nation, man. And then Yahweh Shah knew that too. That's why he went on that cross and knew the sacrifice he had to make, man. That's to show you. That's why he's worthy of that honors, man. You know, because Yahweh Shai is the elder, man, and the progenitor. He goes back to Adam, man. That's why it's double honors, man. You apostles and elders, and you see this truth that has received that honor in the plays of the earth by way of what? Of Yahweh Shai's power and spirit, man. Because it's not us doing it, because guess what? He's one that's giving us the strength to do videos, giving us the strength to go out there, giving us the strength to do high holy days, giving us the strength to believe, giving us the strength to fight, man. Because Jake don't even want to fight out here. You see Jake, they're loose. Jake is loose out here, man. They ain't doing nothing but waiting on the next judgment, man. Jake is done. This is like the elder was saying, Elder Yashawamba, he was saying that, look, man, this is what Adam was seeing. This is the degenerate state of the planet Earth. And we only seeing in Babylon. We ain't seeing the pollution-ridden areas, the war zones, the shelling. Like the Earth is in terrible cases right now, man. That's why the Lord is going to put and establish a righteous judgment. It's like cancer spots. That's what you see in the violence that's on the earth. It's like cancer spots, man. All right. It says, to wit, it says, in all things are of the Most High, who have reconciled us to himself by Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and have given to us the ministry of reconciliation. Verse 19, to wit, that Yahweh was in Mashiach. See, to wit, that Yahweh was in Mashiach, reconciling the world unto himself, not imputing their trespasses unto them. He have committed unto us the word of reconciliation. And that's what this is part of that, man. You're going to be reconciled to the Heavenly Father in a big way by way in what? That's that spiritual power, that abilities to do things. And because guess what? It's going to be tangible then. Jay going to believe then, because it's going to be right there in your face. You ain't going to not believe, man. You be a stone cold. You be out of your mind, man. But we also going to be able to see that and say, look, you didn't hearken unto it in that time, man. So it's not going to be this, oh, yeah, let me try to get it in, because this ain't the world no more. You know, and this is Philippians 1 and verse 6. And it reads, being confident in this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. What's that good work? Converting our spirits, man. Working on us. The Lord is molding us in the fire, man. Each and every one of our spirits is being molded and conformed to the image that he wants, man. Not our image, man. And it says, even as it is in Salakia, even as it is meet for me to think this of you all, because I have you in my heart. See how we were delicate with each other, man. There was a love there. You could tell from the letters, man. There ain't no Edomite talking. Edomites don't talk like that. Because only thing Jake is known is our violent side in Babylon. We're not always violent, gun-toting, drug dealers, man. That's not all our lineage is. We had the love. Look at Tobit. Look at where you think the mobsters get to kiss each other on the cheek. They get that from our culture, man. We're loving people. That's what the same thing with the conquist with Christopher Columbus. When he came over here and he seen the way that the Native Americans were acting, guess what? He took advantage of that. Because what? That was something that was in our cultural. That's something that they couldn't even forget or hide. It was something that was in them, man. That cultural niceness, man. So that's the same thing you're seeing now is the redeeming of that. The Lord is working in our hearts and working our bodies for that way, for that time, man. And it says, in as much as ye, Salakia, as it was meet for me to think these of you all because I have you in my heart, inasmuch as both of you, both in my bounds and in the defense and the confirmation of the gospel. And so Paul was fervent, man. Paul was fervent about it. Even in bonds and chains, he was still thinking about the truth, man. It was a fire shut up in his bones, man. That show you was an anointed vessel. No, that he did these things, but guess what? He did his things to try to even it up. But if he wouldn't have went through that with Stephen, he wouldn't have he had a different fire because guess what? You know in your mind, you believe now, but then you have to think you were there when a man was, and I had to weigh heavy, man. It says, even as it meet for me to think of you all because I have you in my heart, in as much as both in bounds and in defense of in the confirmation of the gospel, ye all are partakers of my grace. See? Paul knew what the deal was, man. Because you wake the sheep, guess what? That's it. That's the game clock. It's not about the devil, Esau being the devil. Yes, it is. He's being shown as the devil, but the shot clock is the part of the elect, man, which will learn of the truth by way of what? These different things that we bring out, telling different understandings and different things like that. The elect is going to wake up through that. Prophecy will wake the elect up, man. That's a sit down. Prophecy will wake up the elect, not teaching them that they're Israelite. They ain't going to do nothing to them. There's a lot of wayward doctrines that start off with, oh, you were Israelite. Come on, man. We see it now. So it ain't the fact of knowing you Israelite. It's the fact of having an understanding of this thing to where you can be able to apply your learning, not just say, oh, yeah, I'm an Israelite. Yeah, you a pan-Israelite, not a pan. You know what I'm saying? That's all you are. You mixing it up with something else because you ain't coming to the straight gate, man, which is coming under the Yahweh Shem Shai's knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the truth and going for that. All right. And this is the book of this is Jeremiah. Check this out. This is Jeremiah 32 and verse 38. And it says, and it shall be, it says, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power. And I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever. For the good, it says, for the good of them and their children after them. And I will make them an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them to do good them to Salakia, to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, that they shall not depart from me. So the fear is what joins us to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. Once we understand that, then guess what? You understand, just like animals, they go off fear, man. In a point of knowing, hey, this is a lion, man. Respect that. And you'll stay alive, man. Once you lose that respect to that lion, guess what? You're going to be eaten. Because guess what? You was slipping. You thought it was all sweet, man. Just like it says, Satan is like a roaring lion, man. Stay away from wickedness. Stay away from the wickedness, and you'll be all right, man. All right? Stay with the shepherd. The shepherd is going to defend you. Shepherds defend. That's another lesson. The shepherd shall defend the sheep. And that's Yahweh Shai. So we ain't got to worry because we're defenseless. Sheep ain't. That's why it says be harmless as a dove and wise as a serpent. We not be out here raw, rough and tough with automatic weapons on our chest. That's not a sheep, man. That's not in the spirit of a sheep. A sheep has zero guard. They can run and not even that fast. So what is a sheep's defense? The teeth aren't sharp. They eat grass all day, man. They chew the cud. So what does a sheep have to defend itself? Nothing but the shepherd. So you have to lean on the shepherd, which is Yahweh Shai. And he's the one that's going to come back and fight for us, man. Because he's a shepherd. What do you think a shepherd does? It kills wolves, man. The shepherd kills wolves that are trying to attack. So that's why it says when the wicked come in like an ensign, the Most High shall. When the wicked come in like a flood, the Lord shall raise up a standard against them, man. That's the shepherd defending the sheep. All right, by giving us that power and giving us that ability to defend ourselves, man, because it ain't us doing it. And it says, and I will give them one heart and one way that they may fear me forever for the good of them and of their children after. So it's a good thing we're going to fear. The Lord said, it's good for you. I'm putting this in you. Because look what we become, man. Degenerates. Just sloppy, man, as a nation. Even if we had to go somewhere now, man, it would be a terrible thing to try to build this Jakes up, man. It'd be moment one Jakes are trying to do some off madness. Imagine taking all of Israel out of Babylon the Great. Oh my goodness. You think the wilderness was crazy. Oh my goodness. Weave and liquor, jonesing, crackheads, drug addict. Oh, it'd be terrible, man. It'd be a headache out this world. That's why the Lord is gonna do away with a lot and save a cluster, man. Which is a beautiful thing, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that, because guess what? It's going to able to get the nation back quicker that way. This is Ezekiel 11 and verse 19. And it says, and I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you. See? That's a metamorphosis. That's a changing. That means we're not even going to be the same. We're not going to look the same, feel the same, man. And it says, and I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of your flesh, of their flesh, and will give them an heart of flesh, that they may walk in my statutes, same way with the fears, and keep mine ordinances and do them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power. See? And that's the time we at now, man. A metamorphosis is coming for us, Jake. And it's not going to be something that, we look at it. No, it's not. It's going to be night and day. You won't be able to compare it to the times that we come into, man. So I'm going to leave it there. Lord willing, this is a quick one. Just to go in. It was on my spirit, and the lesson just came to me, to jump into it. So Lord willing, was edifying lesson. I'm going to leave it there. With that, I want to say, call Haloim Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chak, Wadashim, say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bahashem, Chak, Wadash. Till next time, I say Shalom.